I just finished the first 2 weeks of my second semester of my MSW program. Let's talk about it.
That ain't my girl, that's my nigga. Catch me out on Ocean Drive with her. Catch me in the whip, ride with her. Sipping something, bumping big, hypnotized with her. Pray you get that job in Tampa.
Hey everybody, it's your girl Brittany, and this is Let's Talk About It Brit. In this video, I am going to talk about my first 2 weeks of my second semester of my MSW program. What I like about it, just my thoughts on it overall. Okay, so I am taking 5 classes. I'm taking Policy 2, Human Behavior 2, Practice 2 and 3, and then I have my Practicum class. So let's talk about policy. Policy 2 is the second part of policy 1 that I took last semester. I have a different professor, and when I seen the syllabus originally, I was like, oh my God, this is not gonna work. And then I had ran into a couple of students who took her last semester and was like, oh my God, this lady is hell. So for the syllabus, she had written an assignment that was a group assignment, but then an individual paper, which is 15 to 18 pages long, and she wanted 30 to 36 references, which I thought was insane. And then the second assignment, we have to write an essay about a policy we would like to change and then send it to the Senate or something, I don't know. But anyway, after we did our the last 2 weeks, the policy paper is actually a group paper, which is very, very new to me. I don't know how to feel about it because I've never, in my college years, my undergrad and my grad, I've never had a group paper, especially one that's 15 pages long. So I'm very, very curious to see how that's going to work out. So far the class is pretty laid back. Right now we're just refreshing on things that I learned last semester, but I definitely think I'm gonna get an A in that class. The second class is Human and Behavior. I have the same professor as last semester, and I love her still. Last semester, she burnt me out. We were doing weekly discussions. It was very paper heavy. We had 4 papers. Then we had assignments that she gave us in class. And then we had a midterm and a final. She took me out last semester. And with my school, they make you write a review on the professors. And I kind of mentioned that. I was just way too much work. So I guess she saw my comment, and she kind of cut back on the papers and kind of switched up the assignments. So it's very, very stress-free in that class. And this time I think I'm gonna get an A. Last semester I got a B+, but this time I think I'm gonna get an A. Then we have practice 2 and 3. Practice 2 and 3 is like last semester. They're basically teaching you how to interact with individuals and groups, and basically telling you how to do therapy. So here's the thing with this professor. Last semester, she was very laid back. We didn't have no assignments. We just had group therapy. She put us in different groups, and then she would tell us what she wanted us to do, and then we'll come up with a script. That's all we did last semester. No readings, no nothing. So in my comment, I said, because she was raving about the textbook, I said and I'm not the only one who wrote this. I was like, I would like for us to touch base on the textbook, just so we can apply it to what we're doing, because we were literally just winging it. But anyway, school started and she had a fit. She was like, oh, I got all these negative reviews, and it really hurt my feelings to the point where I had to print out the reviews and hang it up on my wall like a creep. But anyway, she did a whole 360 this semester. She's giving us papers that don't even make sense. She'll ask about there's an assignment that is about your experience, and she's like, I want 5 citations and I need it to be 6 pages. And I'm like, why are you asking me for citations about my life? She just made up so many assignments that doesn't make sense, and I feel like she's low-key retaliating. Even with a discussion post, last semester she didn't do any discussion posts, and this semester, like the first day of class, she gives us a discussion post on a random page in the textbook on a random paragraph, and she's like, oh, write a page about your opinion on this. And I'm like, okay. So I did that, and I had mentioned something that was common knowledge. So she emails me and she says, oh, your paper is so great, well written, I enjoyed reading it, but she said, no, she didn't say unfortunately. She said, too bad. I'm gonna have to give you a B plus. So because you didn't cite. So I said, why would I cite something that's common knowledge? And she was just like, oh, it's not common knowledge to everyone. And then I was like, how do you go from an A plus to an A to an A minus to a B plus? I said, that is excessive and that needs to be changed. So she wrote me back and she was like, oh, thank you for advocating for yourself. I'm going to give you an A minus. Anyway, with that being said, she's still going to get bad reviews from me. I think she's retaliating, and I think she cannot take constructive criticism. But anyway, I'm still going to pass that class regardless. Then we have our practicum professor, and again, this class is just us talking about how our practicum is going, which I'm at right now. How do I feel about it? I'm over it. I don't think I like micro social work. Like, I don't see myself helping individuals one-on-one with the things that they need aside from like therapy. Like, if it's not just therapy, I don't want to do it. Like, if it's more like case management, I'm not interested. But I mentioned this in a previous video, I hate that we stay with the practicum for 2 semesters instead of switching every semester, because I'm pretty much over the environment that I'm in. Love these people, they're very nice, but I get bored really, really quick. If I'm not challenged enough, I get bored. Like, I'm just pretty much over it. So yeah, I saw a client earlier this morning, and I have another client coming up. I'm excited about it. Gives me something to do. But other than that, I definitely think I'm gonna get all A's this semester. I want it to be over. I want to drop out so bad. I don't like school, but I want to drop out so bad, but I got a full ride, so I'm like forced to continue. And everybody's like, oh, it'll be done in the blink of an eye, and I'm like, I'm blinking and I'm still here. But it's almost over. My second semester, time is gonna fly by. We're already in February. Listen. But anyway, if you like this video, please like and subscribe. If you have any questions regarding my social work practicum or my school or whatever it is, feel free to leave a comment. If you want to learn anything about CPS, feel free to leave a comment. And thanks for coming to Let's Talk About It, Brett.
Never knew, no, I never knew that you be a freak and a friend too. Yeah, you into everything I'm into.